Hello everyone and welcome for another video of Love and Wargames. In this video, as you can see, we will take a look at Conquest and more specifically the Dweghom starter set for First Blood. First Blood is the skirmish version of Conquest, the Last Argument of Kings. It is played with a lot less miniatures and thus it is a very good entry point to start painting some miniatures, getting some games. There are a lot of similarities between both games, but also they feel very different. And you will see a battle report of First Blood, where I will play my Dweghoms very soon. For now, let's have a look. What do we get in this starter, like it's called a warband, for First Blood for the Dweghom? You have 15 miniatures, and the thing that is very interesting with this is that actually, and unlike some other starters, this is already a regiment. So as you can see, all those 12 miniatures here, you can build them as either the Initiates with shield and spears, or you can build them as Wardens with the double axes. And what happens is they're actually double kits. So if you build them all of the same type, like 12 Wardens or 12 Initiates, then you will have a whole regiment that you can play in Conquest, the Last Argument of Kings, which is the regiment battle version. That is already a really cool deal because it means that we can compare like what happens like if you buy the whole warband, it costs 70 euros and just those 12 miniatures is 45. And when you add the other characters, it adds very fast because this is an Ardent Kerawegh, and this guy is actually a leader both in Last Argument of King, where he can lead your regiment like a whole warband. And he actually is someone you want because he gives a boost of speed to everyone when you select him. And it's actually really needed, as you've seen in the tournament review. The Dweghom are very slow, and if you don't have him, you can really spend the whole game running with your slowest unit and try to flank, but you're so slow you will never actually reach the enemy. So very important guy. You also get a Herald of Stone, very important in both First Blood and Last Argument of Kings. In First Blood, it really boosts your units with shield. Spoilers here, and in the Last Argument of King is also very good to boost your defense. So regardless, it's always going to be very useful. One thing that is important to note in First Blood is that this guy boosts both the Warden and the Initiates. So you have a whole little combo here. If you play only First Blood or you plan to buy more boxes, you can absolutely do what they recommend. 8 of these Initiates to all lines and 4 Wardens to give a little bit more punch and have this guy boost everyone. Or if you play also Last Arguments of King and you don't plan to buy more of those units, you can absolutely build 12 of them and have a little regiment. I would recommend the Wardens because the Initiates really need to have a big pack of like 5 of them, so they're really efficient. What you also get is this Inferno Automata. It's a monster. I'm not sure if you can see really well what it is, but it's basically a golem made of fire and hate. And I think it has a demon soul inside or something like this. So really cool fluff-wise, and it's really going to be your big impactful unit. So this is not enough to play 800 points of First Blood, which is the minimum size, like the regular tournament size for First Blood, but it's enough to make a few games and start to learn how it plays. And it's also really good value. As we've said, this is 70 euros, but if you have the Initiates plus these 2 characters, you're already at 95 euros. I think I made the calculation. So you already have a big discount of minus 25 euros, plus you get the little book for First Blood for free, and you get an Inferno Automata. Alone, it will not be useful for the Last Arguments of King, but if you have already 3 Inferno Automatas from Last Arguments of King because you like them, but you don't want to buy another 3 to increase the size of your unit, you can just buy this starter, and it will allow you to make 4, like a unit of 4 Inferno Automatas, 3 from the other box plus 1, and this is actually, I think, the sweet spot for this unit. So very good deal regardless. And one thing that is quite interesting, and it also helps me a lot, is that we do actually have a discount code, which is LOVE10. I will put it in the description. And if you use it on the Parabellum website, you have minus 10%, so it's going to be 63 euros. And it also helps the channel, which is huge. It allows me to tell to my wife that actually I should spend a little bit of time on these videos. And yeah, it really helps to feed my family and my cat. I'm kidding, of course, but it really helps. Okay, now that we've said this, let's have a look at what is actually inside. A little booklet. Probably it's the rules of First Blood. Yes, it is. Okay, always good, because as we've said, it's sort of a starter, this warband. and it's always good to have it in paper. I like the texture actually. And what do we get? Okay, we start with the Initiates. So I have some Initiates already, no, I have Wardens actually. I asked my painter to make some Wardens, but I've never seen the Initiates in person. I really like, oh, there's a little, oh, it's not perfect there. It doesn't matter because it's not actually a bit. So I really like the shields of those guys. Like, I'm a shield guy, like bring me a big shield, I love it. And yeah, it's very good quality indeed. I did see from the Dwarf Warriors, the older kit of the Dweghom, that the quality of the plastic was a little bit lower, but those seem much newer. Like when I have a look at this little thing here and the head, like, damn, no, it's good, it's good. Nothing to say. I like dwarves with big beards, and I cannot lie, and really like these heads. I think the default version of the Initiates is with beardless heads, and no, that doesn't go for me. I only want bearded heads on my dwarves. More Initiates, okay, very well, it's the same sprue. It's the most that you will get from the box, so no surprises there. Oh my god, is this resin? Okay, I have to say, I'm not an expert. It's the first time I see white plastic like that. What is, like, why is it white? Is it resin? No, it's not heavy at all. Like, it looks like plastic. Okay. I have to say, I'm new to this. If someone knows why this plastic is white, let me know. Oh yeah, isn't that a question about the plastic is transparent at the start and then they need to actually inject color or something? If you do know, please do let me know in the comments what it means. But this is the Inferno Automata, and I have to say, like, it looks really cool. Like, okay, there is some flames because yes, it's evil, and we get it. But I really like the armor, like this looks really cool. Like, it does remind me of a few like lesser known like dark fantasy when there is these kind of like dark armors with demons and there is the mouth like around the chest, and yeah, it is really reminiscent of that, like at least for me. Like, nice pieces of armor. I have to say, maybe the details, like if I look at this hand, are not so great. Yeah, maybe it's because of this type of plastic. Exactly, the heads are good, flames are nice, but there are some well, not sure why it is like this, but the design is like spot on. Okay, we continue with a piece of resin. Oh, you can see there is a little like dirtiness around, but that's probably gonna be fine. Let's open it. Okay, it is the Herald of Stone, and there did seem like, was there some damage? Is it supposed to be like this? Oh, there are some pieces falling around. Oh, okay, so this is fine. I'm just trying to understand if this is supposed to be there because it's like a battle hardened shield or not. It looks like it's meant on purpose, but since I have little pieces of resin on my fingers, I cannot be sure. Okay, yeah, there's a little pieces there in here. It does look fine, like those are supposed to be like just holding. I need to build it and see how it goes. But yeah, there, I don't really like to have pieces of resin falling all around, but it's probably fine. I'm just gonna check right now. Okay, so the shield of the Herald of Stone is indeed supposed to be a little bit crackled. Okay, I feel better now. It's not a problem with the resin, it's just the style. All right, I don't know if you can see, but there is a little dirtiness everywhere. It's extremely fine. Like, as long as I can build without a problem, it's gonna be fine. What else do we get? Okay, so this is the main box of like the Wardens and some more spears for the Initiates. Okay, we do see more heads for the dwarves, especially like those ones. Yeah, and what I'm very much not a fan is like this head for the Initiates or this one. It's like a dwarf without hair and almost without beard. That cannot go well, I'm sorry. So apart from that, the axes are really cool. Like, I like the detail that they're a little bit engraved. The bodies are really good as well. That's a very long spear. We have some nice heads there. Okay. All right, nice details everywhere. Trying to make you see a little bit of everything. Like this axe that looks like a pickaxe at the same time. Quite fun. Yeah, if you're digging a tunnel, you might need to fight or you might need to dig. Good to have both. Okay, I suppose we have another of this exact same sprue. Yes, we do. Yeah, it's exactly the same one. You might think like, okay, we don't have that many heads, but since it is a regiment battle, you don't need to have that much variety. And when you play First Blood, you have enough like few miniatures that it doesn't matter. You will not have a lot of repetitions in your heads. So either there will not be repetition, either it's a regiment battle, so it doesn't matter that much. And a third sprue for more initiates. So you do get all of this and more sprues. You can see you do get a lot of plastic for 63 euros. And finally, we're supposed, yes, there it is. You have, oh damn. Is it supposed, like, I usually don't have so many pieces of resin falling apart. Again, if you're an expert in this, tell me if it's supposed to be like this, but I have to say, the first time I see this. Okay, and this is going to be the Ardent Kerawegh. Very cool design, cool model, cool sculpt. I will try to zoom in, but keep the focus right. Yes. So you can see the design is good. There is some details, like the details is very fine. Just making sure there is no, again, some things playing around. No, it's very, very well. Nothing to complain. This thing that will go in the back, very cool design piece again. So much of those little like materials, but it's fine. And he has a cool sword, of course, because of course he has, oh damn, like there is really a lot. Well, this is always something you can clean, but I'm surprised by the quantity, that is all. And you do have in this bottom even a little bit more, another arm where you have this little flame thing that he keeps, and you can put some little light effect on this. Okay, very well. Of course, you also have some bases. This is obviously going to be for the Inferno Automata. You also have this little base for your infantry, and inside you also have this in case you want to play the regiment version of the game, because really, like, the Dweghom starter set, even if you are new to the Dweghoms themselves, they're still a very good starter set, even for the last arguments of kings. Finally, we have this Path of Conquest. Okay, it's like little recommendations of what you can have as a full army for First Blood. So they do recommend this. Yeah, the starter set provides you with other half of the points you require to fill a complete army. Okay, that is very well. It's what we said, like, it's not a full army, but it's already like enough. And you have other ways to expand. You have a way of having some warriors and some thanes and stuff. This is something that you will see very soon in the battle report. Yeah, thanes, warriors, whole ballistae, very good pack, very solid frontline gameplay. Or another battle report you will see is going to be this tempered sorcerer. You get some Fireforge that he boosts, and then some Inferno Automatas. Remember, you already have one that gain also lots of bonuses when played with a tempered sorcerer. Or then you can have this tempered steel shaper, and you have some very tough units around, dragon slayers or beasts, and a big front line of these pikemen. Okay, they give you ideas on how to expand. All of them are good ideas. If you are starting, you have this already, that is already going to be very good. Either expand with these units, like some ballistae is going to be always a good choice. Or if you want to pack, I would recommend the Dweghom starter set for Lost Arguments of Kings. There you will have a little bit of everything. But or you can even just buy the old starter set with a lot of ballistae and thanes and dragon slayers, and especially warriors. You want a lot of them, and that is already going to be good. Dweghoms are very strong in First Blood and Lost Arguments of Kings as well. They are a very fun faction. I am really having a fun time every time I play them. Last but not least, what do you get? You get the cards, because you draw the cards that you play, especially like in Last Arguments of King, and of course you have the version in case you play them as Initiates or as Wardens. So yeah, you don't actually choose your activations, you draw and you see what happens. So yeah, I really like the concept arts on all of them. I mean, look at them. Why wouldn't you want to play this? All right, this is it for the unboxing of the First Blood Warband for the Dweghoms. Expect to see very soon a what to build, where we'll talk about the different options, what you should do, more in details, and the little combos, and especially we will talk a little bit more as well in detail of how to expand and how to make a 800 points list. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. It really helps, and we send you a lot of love back. If you would purchase with using the Love 10 code on the Parabellum website, that would help us so much. Thank you very, very much in advance if you do this. It really helps us to see that, yeah, we are appreciated. And apart from that, I will see you soon. Expect some what to build video, some battle reports for First Blood, and eventually, when enough miniatures are going to be painted, some full-scale Last Arguments of King battle reports. Thank you very much, and until the next video, take care of yourself and take care of those all around you. Bye!